Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. No Usyk or Dubois for the big Uso, Joseph Parker. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Become a member to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Look, man, Joseph Parker has come out here. Now, you know I've talked a lot about boxing, period, but especially the heavyweight division. I keep telling you, expect big news, change to the change. Nothing's set in stone. But, man, we're out here trying to figure out what could be next with Joseph Parker. Is he going to fight Usyk? Yes, no, Caballero. Is Dubois going to fight Usyk? Is Dubois going to fight Chisora? Is Dubois and Parker going to fight? We don't know what's going to happen. But look, man, Joseph Parker has come out here now, and he said a few things, okay? Now, according to Joseph Parker, now these are his words. He says, meetings with Dubois or Usyk, he just feels right now they're uncertain. Now, I got to wonder why he's saying that it's uncertain. What happened in the last couple of weeks that has him saying he's uncertain? In addition to that, what happened to make him say that he's no longer interested in fighting either of them? I'm telling y'all, the secret society is in full effect. You just take a look at Frank Warren and the fight this past weekend with Joe Joyce and Hergovic. And how they had ADELEYE there, Dillian White was there, Atama was there, there was someone else there. But anyway, Frank Warren has a bunch of heavyweights. And there's some up-and-comers, especially out in the UK, guys that are making noise. I just have a feeling a guy like Parker, Look, Parker's kind of caught in a weird situation, right? Because you have the old heads like, let's say AJ, Fury, Wilder, Dillian White. They're kind of from one era. Then you have all these new guys, the Atamas, the Wardleys, the Fraziers, the Adeleyes, the Torreses, the Jared Andersons, the Jalalovs. But Parker's not from that era. He's kind of right in the middle. So now we're seeing a kind of turnover in boxing happening where the older heads are disappearing, but Parker's still kind of right in the middle, so he's not quite with that wave, but he's not quite with this next era of boxers. But I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just waiting to hear that although he keeps saying actively working to rebuild his career. What is he actively working to rebuild at this point? He beat Wilder. He beat Zhang. He beat Bacoli. Career rebuilt. In my opinion. But it seems that he wants to keep moving up the ranks. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't understand. Now, I do believe that if the secret society doesn't want Parker to fight those guys, then he's not going to. But I think Parker has a little bit of say in this. I still think Parker is, because he was tight with Tyson Fury, I still think there were some perks that Parker benefited from as a result of his rapport with Tyson Fury. But I just think when you look at the comeback that he's had and the wins that he's had, I would describe him as noteworthy triumphs. You know what I'm saying? He was an underdog in most of those fights. And he was able to come out triumphant. Just something you don't really see in boxing. Maybe one time, two times, but damn. Not what he's done by beating those three big-name opponents. But I'm telling you, it seems like I'm a goal-oriented person, like many of you, right? And I believe lofty goals are common for uncommon people, but lofty goals are uncommon for common people. I don't think Joseph Parker is common. So I think for him establishing lofty goals, I think that's normal because the lofty goals he set for himself, Wilder, Shane, Bakoli, he was able to achieve those goals and get the wins. But what could be more achievable, right? He already beat those three guys than beating Dubois or Parker. I don't know. I just think for Joseph Parker and even Dubois, I just think high-profile bouts are what they should be in. I don't think they should be out here just looking at the heavyweight division, the top 10 or top 5 opponents and saying, oh yeah, I want to fight that person to build my career or help continue rebuilding my career. That shit just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. For Parker, I think it's either Dubois, Usyk, maybe an AJ rematch, Fury. That's really it. For Dubois, he can fight Parker, rematch Usyk, rematch AJ, fight Fury. I mean, you move up the ladder. You don't reverse. So why would they reverse? But I have a feeling it has everything to do with whatever promotional contracts that are or are not in place and how long or how short those promotional contracts are. That's really what I think. But when Parker comes out here and says, look, I see no clear pathway to me fighting Usyk, that tells me that there's something that's happened. There's some recent development that's taken Parker's career another direction. But remember, I think Parker has come to the table, and I think he's had some say in the direction his career goes. I'm not saying he agrees wholeheartedly, but I think he's had some say. But I just don't understand why he would duck legacy-defining matches to come out here and keep wanting to rebuild his career. Like, I just don't understand. So I'm really trying to make sense of it. But anyway, no matter what he does, he wants to stay active, which he has done over the last few years. And I think he's going to have an ambitious presence in the heavyweight division. My thing is now trying to figure out, okay, if it's not going to be a title shot, well, who's next? That's my thing. If it's not a title shot, who's next? And I'm going to keep telling you, man, they better stay away from Caballero. I'm going to keep saying it. Stay away from Caballero. There's more attainable fights out there, more fights that can be made in a timely manner. You can probably get 2 more fights this year, maybe 3. But stay away from Caballero because, the heavyweight division, that shit is ever evolving. The landscape's changing. And I would just hate to see one of these young gunners come out here, man, and use Joseph Parker as a springboard to them getting a title shot. Big Uso better be smart with what he's doing, man. I just don't understand why he's saying he doesn't see it like him going after Usyk as an attainable fight. Doesn't see it as a realistic option anymore. He still wants to continue rebuilding his career. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. And when things don't make sense, you know what you do? You don't accept that. You start asking questions. So now, Hood Champion has to go on a fact-finding mission. What we do know is Frank Warren is talking about big fights being announced. He's saying people are going to be shocked at some of the fights. But he's not really talking about who's fighting who. So all of that's being planned out right now. But it's like I said, expect the heavyweight division to explode. And these are the kind of things that are happening right now that should have y'all spidey senses tingling, saying, okay, what the hell is that? Everyone's spidey senses should be tingling right now. You had Dubois, who's not fighting Usyk now. Now they're trying to put him on Chisora. Now it sounds like you don't know if he's getting Chisora or not. Parker, like he was going to get a direct shot at Usyk. First it was fighting Dubois, then it was Usyk. Now he's not fighting. Seems like he feels he can't get the Dubois or Usyk fight. He's going to go out here and keep rebuilding his career. Okay, what's next? I told y'all they're trying to line AJ up for a title shot. I don't know what's going to happen. Remember, we're just speculating, predicting, dialogue. Have no idea. Just trying to, just kind of pick up on these contextual clues to firm up something that's merited. And right now, I'm having a tough time doing that. But just from what I see, I don't know what the future holds. But from what I see, it doesn't. I can just say it doesn't make sense for Joseph Parker to keep coming out here trying to fight top 10 fighters. That shit, it makes no sense. It's either you're going to give him a shot at Usyk or give Dubois a shot at Usyk. Simple. And then if not, have them fight each other. Or have Parker fight AJ in a rematch. Do something. But don't take Parker and start putting him up with the Atamas. Have him fight a Pulev. Have him fight the winner of Miller and Wardley. Don't do that. Don't do that. But, put him in with Zhang again. But don't even do that. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded right now. Anyway, more to come on Parker. Big Uso's put a lot of work in. Whether he has a hookup or not, he's winning the fights. Like, he's not getting in there and referees are making these horrible decisions where Parker's being declared the victor. No, Parker's putting the work in. Whether he got people hooking him up, putting them in these fights, he's winning the fights. Parker can scrap. But it does not, the same way I found it odd that Parker hooks up with Tyson Fury in the last few years and all of a sudden, after 2 back-to-back defeats, he rebuilds his career. It's like, how did he get those opportunities to rebuild? Same way I say that, the same way I can sit here and say, I find it odd that he's still out here talking about rebuilding and going after, top 10 fighters. Like anyway, I can't make sense of it. Y'all keep cool. More to come on old Joseph Parker, the big Uso. It's either something stinks or something right now maybe has a little bit of bad scent to it, but it's going to start smelling real sweet here in a little bit once we start to get a little more clarification on the direction the heavyweight division is going. And man, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.